Right, hello guys. What we are going to work on this time around is the edit functionality for the quiz app. Now, we've built the app previously, um, and we had, functions for add questions, delete questions, check result, but we didn't quite have edit questions. So I have now included that functionality as well. So just a quick demo to show you how this should work. Um, so obviously I am logged in as admin. You need to be logged in as admin to access this, and this functionalities. So if I click on edit question, I will want to select, one of the subjects and proceed. And here we go. So um, it's brought up, the questions. So if I go on, say, like home, current affairs, these are the quiz questions, the current quiz questions within current affairs. Now, I've only got 4 questions here. But so if I wanted to edit, basically here and there, I can change that. Who is the prime minister? So let's change this to United Kingdom. Um, the answer remains um, Boris Johnson. What is the capital of Belarus? It's Minsk. Who is the man in this photo? So obviously this is George Orwell, but let's put in Robert Oppenheimer. I've got his photo somewhere in here, so let's change that. That's him, I think. I think that's Robert Oppenheimer. I think he's one. So we choose that. What's the capital of Japan? So that's Tokyo, of course. And let's submit quiz. So questions have been edited successfully. So if we then go back to the home page and select the questions, so you can see we've modified the questions and we now have I believe this is no, this isn't actually Robert Oppenheimer. I can't remember his name, but he's one of those famous scientists anyway. So now let's get into the code. Um, for a start, because I have written the code, I'll just explain what I've done, and the new code addition is already on my GitHub, so you can go on GitHub and see the new changes. If you've previously cloned the the former um, code, as it were. So the first thing I did was to add the edit button, or the edit, you know, text or button, whichever, to the header. So if you go on to where we've got header.php, it's right here. So as you can see, we previously had add questions and delete questions. I have now included this. So you may want to include that in yours. And then the next thing I did was, um, well, what was the next thing I did? I created edit underscore subject dot php file. So this one, here it is. So I created this file, um, which is quite similar to one of the other files we already had. Um, Created this one. As you can see, um, that it's sending the action to edit handler.php. Okay, so it's a simple file, and then I created that such that this is where you get to choose the subject to edit. Oh, right. So this should be choose subject to edit, not delete. Okay. So um, once we've done that, the next thing is basically we create the edit handler.php to handle this. So where's that? There it is. So this is edit handler.php, and okay. So here we are basically doing a query to select all of the the questions from question questions table, where the subject is the subject we have chosen to edit. So we get that. That's the result of the query, and then we loop through the result we've got here. And one thing to note is because we would be uploading files as well, you can see I've added this type multipart form data. We'll get to that somewhere down there. Um, I've literally copied this code from one of the other codes I'd written, and then I had to modify a few things here, so I didn't have to start writing everything from scratch. Now, um, so where were we? Right, so this is where we loop through the results, and then this is the input field, and because we are editing, you can see I have added something very important. This one actually, the value. Now the value would be the question, like the question we're looping through. Okay, so this would populate the input field with whatever this value is. Right, and then um, it's pretty much, yeah. These other things are quite straightforward, quite similar to what we've done before. Okay, and then I changed that as well, such that when you click on the button to submit, the name of the button is Submit Edit Quiz, and this gets sent off to this for handling. So quiz underscore edit handler. So that one, which is this. So I'll show you what it is first, and then we'll walk through. Okay, so here, first thing, initialize the message variable as an empty string. Um, check array. Hold on, do we still need that? I don't think it's doing anything here. The check array, it's not needed. It's not needed. So that can go save. So quite similar to what we did when we were submitting the quiz. We had these variables, so pretty much brought them in here, and we will be using them. Then we are now looping through the post object, or well, or array, whichever one. Um, and what we checking here is, as you may know, like when we send all of the, I'll open up the other one from here. Um, Edit handler. Okay. Now, if you're looking here, you can see that we are actually we actually do have a form here. It's a dynamic form which is populated from our database, and so that is why if you look closely, the file or the field names, they're all like dynamically um, generated. So you can see where's the other one as well. Name here, if you look closely, you can see question answer that. So if this is the question number one, the name and ID would be question underscore answer underscore one. If it is question number two, it will be question underscore answer underscore number two, and so on and so forth. Um, so back here, we're basically looping through all of the fields within the um, ob- post object or post array, I would say, and we are now checking to see for each of the answers that we have put in, if the key within the post, is like if it contains a substring question underscore answer underscore, if that is contained in the key within this, because we are looping through the post object or array as key to value. So if the key contains a substring that, then what we are trying to do here is we grab, in order to get like, well, questions array, basically that's a new variable. So what we want to extract is the number, which is dynamic basically, at the end of this string. So if you look like here, where we have question underscore answer, we are echoing what number this is. So it is this number here that we are trying to extract, um, from the key basically. So we explode this with this as the delimiter, and then we that gives us two arrays. So array 0 is basically this itself, and array 1 would be the number at the end of the string. So question number, which is the question number essentially. So basically, this is similar to what we've done before. um, we're grabbing the question here, because now how we grab this question that associates with the question answer is this. If you have question underscore answer underscore one, it means the question, sorry, if you have answer for question underscore answer underscore one, for instance, the question number that would correspond to this answer should be um, question number one. If this is question underscore number underscore answer underscore two, question number that would correspond to this answer would be question number two, and so on and so forth. So we're basically trying to grab the question that you know associates with this question answer, basically for this key. So we've grabbed that, we clean it up, and similar thing we've done before. And here we've set the image path to an empty string, and we are checking if the file with a name that corresponds to the same question number. If it does, if it has, like if it's not empty, or if the file is not empty, like if you've attached a file, then you would perform this operation, which is basically um, re-uploading the new file essentially. And if you haven't attached any files at all, it skips this and it goes straight to write the query to insert the new values. And once you've inserted the values, then um, you just return this, like change, the page URL to the quiz home page, the PHP, and show this message. Um, Otherwise, you do this. So it's quite simple and straightforward. Yeah, so if you want to grab the GitHub code for the entire changes, you can easily go to this GitHub address, and that's it. So I will just do git status. Let's see what's changed. Okay, we've changed these files. Git add to add everything. Git commit m made more changes. More changes. Git push. So that's it, and I think that's basically the end for this. If there are any further questions, you can ask me, and I will try as much as I can to answer. Thank you, everyone. Bye.